Oh, whoa, a little premature there. 3 seconds left. Hello and welcome, everybody, to tonight's absolutely stunning and fantastic dinosaur action. I moved the camera around a little bit. It's facing me a little bit differently, and I think things are working out. Added a second light here, just in case you're wondering why I look a little bit red. Trying to tweak the levels. Of course, there is always room for improvement, and I think this is going to be nice having two sources there. It depends what monitor you watch it on. On one, it seems pretty good. On the other one, a little bit red. We're going to make our opponents dead, though. We're going to be seeing red, certainly with this list. But as the thumbnail shows, no Regisaur Raptor, no Dinosaur for 4. You're wondering how that can't possibly be any good whatsoever. But I was kind of thinking Regisaur Raptor oftentimes has been really pulling its weight. Comes down, and I'm facing a lot of control stuff where I just play Regisaur, it dies, or I play Regisaur for 3 or 4, and I don't even get to attack because the opponent has killed some of these early things. That certainly has been quite rough, especially just never drawing a single card. So I thought, well, what if I just trim it? In the place of Regisaur Raptor, we have Tamer Battle Rage. Whew. Those are completely different cards, but kind of card advantage-ish. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. That is very fantastic. I was inspired to revisit this absolutely fantastic combat trick. One of the best ones out there, especially for dinosaurs, the potential of them being so big. But I don't like staring contests. I don't like seeing Shieldred, something with first strike and death touch. Ghalta mainly. Just feeling bad, ever wanting to attack, not making sense to attack, and also losing out sometimes on Marauding Raptor here. It's big. 6 power, 8 power, and it gets chump blocked. Traded with a simple 3/3. That's not great. So Tamer Battle Rage to give Marauding Raptor double strike, trample. That's exactly what you want on this. Even if it was 4 power, that's okay. But oftentimes it will be 6, especially if you draw a dinosaur or you have one ready to play. And then the return of Commune with Dinosaurs. Oh my goodness, cheer. I should really have a cheering clip. Oh, Commune with Dinosaurs returns. I hadn't used it for quite some time. The first 3 years or so of me strictly playing dinosaurs, and I still strictly play dinosaurs. If you're wondering, is this guy only revisiting or playing them because of Lost Caverns? Well, that's not the case. If you just happen to stumble upon this, it's the only thing I do. Pretty much the only thing I have ever done. But for the first 3 years, it was Commune. I thought it had to be in. That's it. Tried about a year without it. Off and on. A couple months without it. But replacing Vivian Reed or other things that dig, draw a card, that's pretty good. The Great Henge, this is, it's completely different than the Great Henge, but sometimes I'm playing the Great Henge, then I draw a card the next turn and it's a land, or I play the Great Henge and I have a land in hand and I just have to wait, or I play it, then I play some creature and I draw a land and then I draw a land. I just want to dig, but also the fantastic potential of Commune with Dinosaurs. It is a turn 1 play. Of course, you may be using Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Bone Crusher Giant, some list like that. Certainly wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to also use Commune, because that is a lot of non-hits. Very painful stuff. Still, you should be pretty much guaranteed to find something, but when you start to sprinkle in some non-dinosaur creatures, it's going to get a little bit rough. You're going to have to pass up some really good things that you certainly wouldn't have wanted to. You look at the top 5 though. You reveal a dinosaur or land, you may reveal. Put it into your hand. If you have 2 lands in this, boom. You grab that 3rd land just to keep things going. Perhaps the hand looks pretty good. You know, you're like, ooh, I got a lot of plays, but I would just want that extra land. You just set up. Perfect. Or you draw it late game. Boom, you dig 5. You are 5 draws closer to something. Chances are you would have something to grab in that section of 5 cards. But at the very least, even if you don't get anything super impactful, you got 5 turns closer. You could have other cards sprinkled in that actually draw cards, but for right now, there's not to start with. And that's going to make all the difference. That could save, well, that has saved me in the past, I must admit. Ghalta was a few cards down. I had to get a big heavy hitter. Boom, commune with dinosaurs. I grabbed Ghalta a little bit sooner. 4-1. And I can certainly easily play Ghalta with all the total power that I have. Smooth everything out. If we have fantastic plays in the beginning, we can wait for commune. Keep drawing. Maybe we don't draw land for the turn, but we use commune to grab the land, to play it, to continually hit the land drops early on, but usually it should be pretty good. Certainly we can eat up the basic lands, grabbing them still with Thunderherd Migration and Topiary Stomper. Playsets of both fantastic. Stable ramp, I've been continually loving this, I must say. Packing a punch, and certainly Tamer Battle Rage. That would be lovely stuff on Topiary. 4-4 Vigilance, Double Strike, Trample. Played with basically anything. However, like I'm using Xenagos, God of Revels sometimes, and I think I will sprinkle in at least a copy or two. Xenagos doubling a creature's power and toughness effectively, +X, where X is the power of that target creature. You know, you double Carnage Tyrant, that's pretty good, but it still doesn't have double strike. Ooh, it still would sometimes lose in combat. And Xenagos, of course, they know what's going to happen. You can't surprise the opponent with Xenagos, but you can with this, and certainly for quite a bit cheaper. So we could sneak in a lot of stuff, whereas we're waiting. We play Xenagos, we don't have too many creatures, nothing good to double. That would be rough stuff indeed. We could double Topiary Stomper with Xenagos, making an 8-8 Vigilance, but the opponent could chump block it. I don't like that. Or Tamer Battle Rage to double it better. Double Strike and Trample certainly would be what I'm looking for. Ooh. We're going to send a lot more damage through. Hopefully we get to see a big Marauding Raptor tonight. I bet it's going to happen, especially with a bunch of communes. And certainly with commune, the digging, you could potentially cut some of the things here. Maybe a copy of T-Rex, a couple copies perhaps. You're a little bit too scared of adding in all of these big scary dinos. Even who does this? Some people don't even play a single Carnage Tyrant or a single Tyrranax Rex. I've always thought this is one of the best things that dinosaurs can do. One of the best things against the most stuff. You might not be facing a deck that has counter spells, but you're going to face a deck that has removal, but then they can't use the removal. Chances are. So that's a wide range of things. And certainly the haste, Tyrranax Rex. I think they're basically even for me if I had to choose between both of them. Man. Oh, lovely stuff. Nothing else too different. Mana base wise, we got that single mountain and 6 forests, 7 in total. 7 has been feeling quite nice. Draw a couple, as always. See some Thunderherd Migrations or Topiary Stompers that are going to be grabbing the basics out of the library. But then future versions or copies of these, we may not have any basics to grab if the total count of basic lands is too low. 6 was feeling too low when I tried it a few times, quite a while. 7, we save 1 spot for an actual dual land, which I'm going to consider Cinderglade. That has messed me up a few times before, so I wanted to drop the copies of this, not completely cut it, because it is nice to have a mountain, forest, mostly a forest, to help Castle Garenbrig enter the battlefield untapped. That's the big draw. And having so many cards that grab basic lands, it is pretty common to have 2 of them early on. Man, helping this enter untapped. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Sideboard wise, all right, back to nature. We smoke enchantment decks because if we don't have this, we lose. And I've started to face it quite a bit more, and I have been reading that it has a pretty darn good win rate. Not so much when we're packing this kind of heat, but yeah, boom, straightforward. If we potentially, face off against an Auras deck, slapping lots of little enchantments on one specific creature, sometimes this can buy us a little bit of time to get the job done. Man. Lovely, lovely. Storm's Wrath. Is it Phoenix? Thing in the Ice. Mono white humans. Anything with 4. I just wanted to do a little bit more damage to everything in general. Certainly if I bring it in against particular decks, there's chances that they may have removal for Marauding Huntmaster, that sort of thing. No loss if they were already going to die, or I may just not play them. Of course, I could ramp with Thunderherd Migration on turn 2, possibly being at 4 mana on turn 3, if I have enough lands to do that. And I could go Storm's Wrath turn 3. Oh, lovely, lovely. I didn't even play these things that would have died. Then I just go off on the following turns while the opponent potentially is trying to recover. I think 4 is not too bad. Worth it for the extra damage hitting creatures and planeswalkers. I think that's gonna do very good. Although I did like Anger of the Gods. Man, I must admit, 3 damage to each creature, and they are exiled instead of dying, so it gets around death triggers. The stuff doesn't go to the graveyard, so we don't have to worry about it returning to cause havoc and pain and suffering. But no Ripjaw. It's not no Ripjaw in the 75. Ripjaw in the sideboard there. If we face off against something aggressive, of course, this can be a bane, an absolute bane, but I haven't been facing a lot of aggressive things, partly why moving it to the sideboard. Lots of control-y stuff. I'm just going to have Tamer Battle Rage. I'm going to double Carnage Tyrant or Tyrranax Rex, and I'm going to blast through Shieldred, anything with Death Touch. Doesn't matter what it is. Ghalta. Boom. Double strike. Ooh. Maybe she's blocked by 2 6/6 creatures or 3 4/4 creatures. Oh, they're ready and waiting to take her out, but that's not the case because now they're dead. Oh my goodness. That's going to be divine. Watch us have a 8/3 Marauding Raptor after it has pinged 3 dinosaurs, giving itself +6/+0. Oh. Lovely. And of course, this being a common, well, that is pretty nice indeed. Hopefully we get some more cards, possibly with Lost Caverns of Ixalan, that care about power 4 or greater, something like that. Just because I use some big dinosaurs, usually. Shifting Ceratops, though, for other counterspell stuff, protection from blue, reach, spirits. If we face off against control, we're certainly bringing that in. Probably trimming Ghalta, copy of Tamer Battle Rage, something like that, because that could be pretty darn surprising. Ooh, maybe they have some answer for one of the creatures that control is facing down. Then the other thing that they have to let through, we cast Tamer Battle Rage on and smoke them. Hopefully. Hopefully, that's the idea though. Yeah, Storm's Wrath. What doesn't that help against? Lots of stuff with little stuff. But 4 damage isn't exactly little. Man. Esika's Chariot. Oh, if we have a sweeper that's dealing 3 damage, they'll crew some of the cats, some of their creatures that would die to the sweeper, but Esika's wouldn't. But now Esika's does die. Oh, and Crackling Drake as well. I forgot. That was on the tip of my tongue. Thing in the Ice, 4 toughness. With Is It Phoenix? Crackling Drake, 4 toughness. Ooh. Sometimes it seems that that deck wins with those creatures instead of playing 3 instant or sorceries to get the Arclight Phoenix out of the graveyard. So I'll just do this, take them out that way. Boom. Boom. Hopefully we don't face off against mono red too much. Man, but that is to be expected if you face off against some sort of mono red and they're going first. Chances are you may just be dead, especially since I'm certainly not as fast as that. But you could be playing a very fast dinosaur variation. They certainly have a lot of potential to do a lot of different stuff. Oh my goodness, that's not good. That's oh boy. Let me think. Yeah, no. Nope. Much better. I like seeing lands. I like seeing Carnage Tyrant, but we got 4 Carnage Tyrants, 4 Tyrranax Rexes. Chances are another one of those is going to be closer. Gotta send something to the bottom. We got the good old Huntmaster. Now the question becomes, do I want to go commune with dinosaurs right now? I'm going to get that Cinderglade down. We don't have 2 basic lands, so taking the turn off to go Cinderglade again. Commune with dinosaurs, good at any time. You don't have to feel so bad not playing it on turn 1. Oh, and Thunderherd Migration to boot. Beautiful stuff right there. Of course, we have a dinosaur. We have a pretty high amount. This would not work so well if you're using a bunch of non-dinosaur stuff. Certainly against what appears to be Rakdos Midrange. Maybe. Stable ramp. Pay 2, you're ahead by 1 forever. You can't fail to push a basic land. You can't make us sacrifice a basic land. All you can do is make us discard. I'm going to discard Otepec Huntmaster because it was going to die guaranteed. Pretty straightforward right there. Could have gone down to the Blood Tithe Harvester, of course. Oh, nope, not Ghalta. That's not what I'm doing. Castle Garenbeg, boom. There we go. Would that be the best thing? I could eventually get the... we'll do the land. Play it safe. No funny business here. I'll have to stomp the ground, enter tapped. I won't take 2 damage if I don't have to. Next turn we could make 6 green, but of course it does seem like it's going to be Regisaur Alpha. This is some pretty darn fantastic aggression. Regular aggression from Rakdos. Ooh. Get rid of Ghalta. Chances are we may not have gotten to her anytime soon. And we got 2 more copies. So that's feeling pretty good. Another commune? Well, I mean, it's not nothing. Probably has to be Regisaur Alpha. Commune next turn, I mean, we'll likely be able to grab something very, very nice indeed. I'll wait. I won't attack. Graveyard Trespasser maybe would trade with the token, or they fail to push the token. And then -2 with Liliana to make us sacrifice Regisaur Alpha, because Regisaur Alpha is the only creature we have left. Something like that. Oh, wow, we have to... that's not nice.
Dang! Oh!
They got rid of a commune. That's not that. Okay. Yep. Never played against this before in my life. There you go. Hey, at the very least, I know exactly what the opponent is going to do. Of course, Storm's Wrath seems pretty darn good. That is going to decimate most of what they are going to do. A little bit flooded there. Certainly could have grabbed one of those big, scary dinos. We had already sent Carnage Tyrant to the bottom and seeing another one and 2 Tyrranax Rexes. Seeing 4 of them pretty early. Pretty low chance that we were going to see another one of the 4 in the list. All right. Certainly I still like to keep them in. Ghalta? Well, maybe not. I'll keep 1 copy again. Commune with dinosaurs, digging, possibly grabbing it. Otepec Huntmaster going down pretty easily. That's for sure. Do I like Storm's Wrath? We're on the play. I want to try and go as fast as possible, that's for sure. Regisaur Raptor it is. Bringing it in. 2 Huntmasters. Still have the potential of seeing it a little bit. If it goes to game 3, let's trim some of the cheaper, weaker things. Bring in that Storm's Wrath, smoke them after they play a bunch of stuff, and hope we don't see a Thoughtseize. But of course, that's basically a fact of life. Ooh. Fact of life. Man, it's kind of rough. Rough-ish. Imagine if they have a Thoughtseize, they'll take out Topiary Stomper, then use a Fatal Push on Huntmaster. Now, oh, it got better. Whoa, it got a lot better. My goodness. We'll send a forest to the bottom. We'll keep the number of forests nice and healthy. Oh, that's tempting. I do like a good Tyrranax Rex. We do have to reveal a dinosaur next turn, though. Let's go with Topiary Stomper. Let's keep it stable. Turn 2 Thunderherd, I hope. Ooh, they got that Thoughtseize to rip Topiary Stomp. Well, Thunderherd Migration. One of those two. Probably Topiary, because then we can't go Thunderherd. Oh, okay, we can still go Thunderherd. Woo! Boom. Love it. Get a basic land, of course. Do I want a mountain? Yeah, I have 2 sources of red. I don't like messing myself up with mono red sources. There is only one in the list specifically because of that. We're good. Ripjaw? Well, maybe they have another Fatal Push or go for the throat, sacrificing that blood token with the mountain. Or just Vivian, or not Vivian, Lillian. Yeah. Oh, interesting. That is very interesting. Huh, I'll attack them. Let's do it. See what they have up their sleeve. Nothing. Oh boy. I like the looks of this. No Fatal Push. No go for the throat. Next turn, if they don't have a Thoughtseize. Oh man. We get to go Tyrranax Rex. They better have another well, they better not have another Thoughtseize, but they have to have another Thoughtseize. I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm so excited to do pretty much my favorite thing. Yeah, too little, too late. Watch out. Recover from that, buddy. Gotcha. Now they could have, even if they have Extinction Event, they would only lose Tyrranax Rex because they name odd. Regisaur Raptor is even. Look at that. 2 Fatal Pushes. A fatal mistake. Interesting. Maybe they forgot about sacrificing the blood token to meet the... Okay. You got nothing. But do I want Storm's Wrath? I mean, I do like Ripjaw. We didn't draw a card whatsoever from Ripjaw, so that could, in a sense, be basically any other dino roughly that cost. We could always start off with Shifting Ceratops. That's pretty reasonable. It is 5 power, so it does trade with Shieldred. Ripjaw, of course, being 4 power, does not do that. That's caused me pain in the past. Yeah, keep it like that. Oh boy. I can work with it. Looks pretty crazy, pretty wacky. We got Commune, which, well, okay, maybe we don't. Now we probably are losing Commune. Ooh, that's no fun. But we have 2 more chances to see that third. Okay. I love it. Always beautiful when they try to make me discard and then I have nothing to discard, but they will take. They won't. They don't. They don't have Fatal Push. They had a Source of Black. Oh, okay, making me sacrifice. That's okay. Not the end of the world. That's how she goes. Ugh. Yeah, they took out the thing they needed to take out. We would have been at 3, unfortunately. We'll certainly discard Tyrranax Rex. That's just how she goes sometimes. Well, we got another Marauding. Maybe it's gonna live. You never know. Cross the fingers. That's alright. Yeah, we can do that. Get rid of Regisaur. I may want to go Ripjaw next turn if I draw a Source of Green. Oh, okay. There you go. What did I say? 1 mono red source. It has messed me up in the past, and you're seeing exactly why it messes you up. You maximize cost reduction, at the very least with Topiary, but sometimes with Ripjaw. If you have Huntmaster and Marauding out, whatever combination. I would be getting a basic land, but I am not. It's a good thing to highlight. If you're using this kind of variation, watch out for it. Don't do too many mountains. 1 mountain, that's enough. That's enough. That's basically it. Mana screwed, unfortunately. Too little too late, especially because Castle Garenbeck enters the battlefield tapped. Nothing we can do in that situation. Yeah. Not the best start to the night, but they can't always be good. You can always have a good time, though. Bum, bum, bum. Do, do, do. Bum, bum. Oh. City on fire. I have wondered about using that. Convoke. Sometimes I have a lot of creatures, a lot of little creatures. They can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting it pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. Certainly pretty expensive, but if a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, deals triple that damage instead. So, I mean, it would hurt with Marauding Raptor. Marauding dealing 6 damage to something. Maybe not so good. But perhaps I could make it work. Something to think about. Triple damage. Whew. Devastating. Doubling somebody's power and then with them dealing triple damage is like you multiplied it by 6. Then if you give them double strike, it's like it's like multiplied by 12. It's overkill. It's definitely overkill. Dinosaurs on fire, more like it. City of Dinosaurs on fire. Another Rakdos? Potentially. That could be rough, but I'm going to give it a go. We got Topiary Stomper. Oh, this is back-to-back dose. Look at that. We got our thing for 2. Hopefully. No Thoughtseize. No Duress. Just oh, they're ready to kill something that I don't even play. I'm going to reveal Topiary Stomper, I guess. Nothing's really gained by revealing too much in particular. But hey, maybe they didn't expect to face dinosaurs. They were ready. They had removal, and look at that. Certainly, of course, it would be nice to play Huntmaster, but we would have spent 2, we would have lost it. Now we paid 2, we got ahead, buy 1, forever. I like forever. Kind of like I play Dinosaurs forever. Trim Ghalta. Of course, it is legendary. There could be a low chance to get there. Oh, maybe I should have trimmed that instead. If we see Castle Garenbeck, we get Tyrranax Rex next turn. We will be at 6, so we could play Carnage Tyrant. But if we see the castle, boom. Well, they're going to have a hard time recovering from that. Castle. Ooh, Castle. Certainly getting rid of one of the three. Golly. Okay. Okay, if all goes well. As long as they don't have a Thoughtseize plus Liliana's discard, we might get it. Oh. Okay, okay. Not the worst thing in the world. It's got to be Tyrranax Rex, unless I want to risk it. Nah, I can't risk it. Nope, nope, not doing it. Ouch. Okie dokie. Well, it would just kill us next turn. Nah, that's not going to cut it. Too little. Too late. Tyrranax Rex, of course, could attack, but we would sacrifice it with Liliana's ultimate, unfortunately. Yeah. Hopefully we see a few more early plays, but we did get that. 12 things for 2. Certainly a very good chance to see it. We're on the play, though. We'll get them. Hopefully it's not an exact repeat of the previous match. Maybe tonight is going to beat my all-time record of facing off against this pesky Rakdos Midrange, black and red, and all the lovely and painful classic things. Blood Tithe Harvester. Ooh. Shieldred. Usually painful, but we got that Tamer Battle Rage. Give somebody double strike and take her out. Topiary Stomper, Carnage Tyrant. Let's go with Carnage Tyrant. We have enough lands that will eventually get there. Maybe Topiary Stomper would have been good, but we got discarded. Yeah. We're going to be hitting our land drops all the time. We'll eventually get to Tyrranax Rex as well, which is going to be quite nice. Maybe they discard it. There's a good chance we would see something for less than Tyrranax Rex. I hope. I was actually thinking, before I went around to my turn, I'm going to draw another Tamer Battle Rage. And I did. Well, it's just how it goes. Sometimes you'll see multiple copies of stuff. And that's okay. Even if you see multiple copies of Ghalta Primal Hunger, because it can cast her for cheap. But then if they kill her, counter her, play the other copy. Also for cheap. Okay. Something we can play. So, oh my goodness, this is a wacky. That's a lot of Tyrranax Rexes. Yeah, that's how she goes. I imagine that would be it. Nothing much you can do. I certainly know what I'm discarding. Man, 6, that is painful. Tamer Battle Rage. We'll give Shieldred double strike just because we're going to be dying. That's just how it goes. Go out with style, because there's no way out. Sometimes it's too little, too late. All right. Oh, Rakdos round 3. Let's go. Revenge.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Yeah, you said it. 4 in a row. It's been quite some time since I've even faced them back to back. It certainly has been a wide spread, but there is variance. You're gonna see duplicates of stuff from time to time, again and again. Oh yeah, I like the looks of that. We got some lands, we got a bunch of stuff for 2. A little bit awkward in the middle-ish. But of course there is not much middle. Nothing for 4 to begin. Oh, good stuff. We're seeing something that is not Rakdos. Love it. Maybe we lose Huntmaster to Stomp? Oh, we don't lose Huntmaster to Stomp. I like that. Certainly we'll play Marauding Raptor, big time. Question is, would they have something that takes it out? I would like to not play the other one, because we could get Ghalta next turn, sneakily. I'm going to see what happens. When I give it haste, when I attack, is it going to draw something out? Don't worry, it's just 2 damage, nothing to write home about. I'm going to cross my fingers. I'm going to try for this. Marauding for 1 red is 3 reduction, plus the one that's out. Oh, okay. Well. I'll explain that, though. Save this one. Felt pretty good. We go Marauding the next turn for 1 red. It's got 2 power plus 1 reduction. The Marauding that's out pings the second one, increasing its power to 2. So it's reducing by 5. This is reducing by 3. 8 so far. Huntmaster reduces by the final 2. 1 for its power and 1 for its reduction, bringing Ghalta to 2. If we didn't draw a land, we would have gone Marauding, Ghalta, boom. With 3 lands, that is pretty stunning stuff. However, it's a deck with creatures and things, I imagine. We saw a red and green mana lands. What particular variation? Well, your guess is as good as mine. We'll trim, commune with dinosaurs, trim Tyrranax Rex, I think. A little bit off the top, bring the lovely Ripjaw, as I think it's going to be lovely. I hope. Take out commune just because there is some more non-dinosaur stuff for it to potentially see with that Storm the Festival. Ooh, good. Yeah, I like the looks of that. It's not Rakdos, so we know we will be able to go Thunderherd Migration on turn 2. Don't have to worry about Stomp or something that deals damage to take out the creature that I don't have. Oh, just the general basic Gruul. Some of the new stuff with Wilds of Eldraine. Okay, another Ghalta. Not the best thing in the world to see, but we'll reveal something scary, and maybe they'll be extra scared thinking, oh, they're going to play some other bodies before that. They're going to make Ghalta cheap, and I'm going to be dealt some pain. We'll be flipping that Invasion of Ixalan, though, unfortunately, which I could take out all their creatures next turn. That is a big positive. Storm the Festival. Oh boy, that would be devastating for the opponent. They might just concede right there. Ugh, that's not Storm the Festival. Man, we're getting nothing. Well, that's probably it, I would imagine, especially if they have Embercleave. Sarith the Viper's Fang. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, just oh, that's how she goes. We're not dead yet. We could get Storm the Festival. We did not get Storm the Festival. Okay. Yeah, can't go a whole lot worse than that. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself. I would imagine we see a better mixture of those early creatures. Cheaper creatures. Like the looks of that. Ooh, absolutely stunning. Of course, it has to be Cinderglade. We don't have 2 basic lands, and we need 2 untapped on turn 2. This is entering tapped, and we don't have anything for 1 at the moment. Well, at all, because I did trim commune with dinosaurs, so we don't have to feel bad about doing that on quite a few turns, actually. sure why the opponent said oops. That's odd. We'll just go Thunderherd Migration, Topiary Stomper, lovely stuff. Get another land, a stable land. Maybe they were ready for me to play Huntmaster and kill it. Not the case. Yeah, not sure why they said oops. Unnatural growth. Well, that is certainly something. Something pretty darn good. But we'll try for Huntmaster and Topiary Stomper. Use up all available mana for the turn, and yeah, hopefully things go okay. They have to mostly tap out to play Unnatural Growth. Cost 5, and they may just be able to. Yeah, okay. Well, it's oh, and the Storm's Wrath to boot. Wow. But you know what we have to do? We have a total of 5. We play Marauding for 1, reducing both Ripjaws to 2. And we have 4 left, so this is definitely the best thing. They're not recovering from this. No chance whatsoever. Good luck. Then we get to sweep everything they have next turn with Storm's Wrath, drawing 2 more cards because Ripjaw is pinged more times. I love it. Really should have attacked with Marauding there. I kind of thought I had Regisaur Alpha out for some weird reason. I think I need more sleep. That's the wrong one. But there's the sleeping dino. Oh yeah, a bunch of unnatural growth. That's an unnatural amount of damage. My oh my. Ooh. That's the game. Not coming back from that. Ouch. Actually, I should lay. I gotta put Willy Wonka below John Cena. So he's cheering you on as John Cena just delivers the absolutely final blow. Devastating. Man. And I think I've faced Garth Boy before. I'm pretty sure that name sounds familiar. But, I mean, you can see, we just get such lovely, beautiful aggression. Just don't really need the sweeper. We certainly got very fortunate. All they were playing is a thing, unnatural growth here. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. They weren't playing any other creatures, so that's just how it goes. But perhaps the opponent said, oops, maybe they mistakenly kept a hand they did not want to keep. And I've certainly done that before in the past. It's pretty funny when I pull out a win from those scenarios. Extra satisfying. Maybe I finally face off against something control related. But watch it be Rakdos for the 3rd time. And just never know. They're having trouble finding the next Rakdos Midrange opponent. Like, oh, man. Somewhere, anywhere. Mumhunge. I'm thinking Boros. Yeah. Eventually. Oh, hey, that's an absolutely beautiful hand right there. We got a bunch of lands, 3. I guess a few lands in commune. Oh my goodness. Well, we got maybe another one. I'll go with commune. See what we grab. Another land. We've got a Tyrranax Rex. Chances are we're going to lose Maraudings. Maybe I could have grabbed a second Marauding. Oh, what do we got going on here? Mardu, the colors black, red, and white. Mardu Midrange. Your guess is as good as mine. I'll get the Stomping Ground down. I'll take 2 damage now. Then I don't have to take continual damage. I would have had to with Karplusan Forest there. Sometimes it's about the same. It might even out. Of course, Karplusan entering untapped, making those colors. Yeah, that is good. Also good they haven't played a Thoughtseize yet, but I don't want to take another 2, so just go with that Stomping Ground. Oh boy, cross your fingers, Marauding lives. It would be nice to go Regisaur Alpha next turn. Okay, oh, the -3. 3 damage I believe Soren can deal. Okay, can. Yeah, wow, alright. We're cooking. Possibly we could go Thunderherd Migration, getting to 5 lands, getting to 6 next turn to play Tyrranax Rex, but I bet Marauding Raptor is going to die, so he wouldn't be at Tyrranax Rex range. I'm going to attack him though, with both. Try and take down Snoring. Vengeful Bloodlord. Tenacious Underdog, of course, is going to block to save Snorin. Vengeful Bloodlord. That's okay though. Maybe they'll pay the 4 to get it back. Okay, they don't. Alright. We're looking good. Well, I guess that's also good. Down to 1. Oh, my goodness. Next turn we will be able to play Tyrranax Rex. We got Castle Garenbig. We're a turn ahead. We could make 6 green. Actually, no. What am I thinking? I'm not able to play it. Pay an extra 1 and pretend like I don't have a dinosaur in hand. Surprise them. Get them. Both things would trade with both. Let's wait and see. Let's make them jump through a hoop to take this stuff out. Yeah, it could just be a bunch of good cards that are black or red or white. Soren Vengeful Bloodlord, though, does seem pretty good. Has that lovely passive ability. As long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. Trade with it. I like that. Keep our creatures. Beautiful. They lose 1. Either way, they were going to gain life. Now, maximum aggression time? Well, maybe. Let's do the math, though. Another Tenacious Underdog, 10. Ooh, yeah, we can't do that. Too risky. They don't have enough combined to take out Tyrranax Rex, so we just throw everything at Soren Vengeful Bloodlord. Focus on that. Take out their life gain. I like it. Should be safe, I would imagine, with the Regisaur and the token here. Blocking their creatures, and there should be a good chance we get basically anything other than a land at this point. Sitting on 2 Karplusan Forests, plus all the lands that I have out. Another Tyrranax Rex, commune with dinosaurs to see a T-Rex, or Carnage Tyrant, or Ghalta, any number of things. Ooh, 8. 8 is, well, 8 is not great. Doesn't have trample though, so phew. Oh, okay, I guess it is another creature. But yeah, Mishra's Command. I have wondered about using this in Dinosaurs. You pay X in red, you choose 2. Target creature gets +X/+O in haste, or you can deal X damage to target creature, or X damage to target player. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. However, Blitz, it does have haste. If they have a way to take out Huntmaster, well, we would die to the Bone Crusher plus the blitzed Tenacious Underdog. It's too risky. Certainly one of those 2 cards could have killed it. Tyrranax Rex, if we felt like attacking, not good. Not good. Let's just hope it's something other than Huntmaster. Watch be another Huntmaster. Okay, so we would have lost if we had attacked. Of course, Tyrranax Rex is a pretty good deterrent against a lot of aggression. Ooh. Well, we do have another blocker, so that's pretty nice. I'll leave the land in hand. I don't need to play that land anyways. I'll pretend like it's something good. I'll just sit back and relax. And hope we get Tamer Battle Rage. That would be nice. It wouldn't quite take him out, unfortunately. Oh, what do we got here? Nahiri, the Unforgiving. Okay, yeah, that's that is something. We're not dead. We go down to 1. And we could kill him. If we get Tamer Battle Rage or another yeah, it's the third Karplusan Forest. Okay, well. There's not much to do about that. I guess we just play it and wish we had gotten better luck. I would have hoped for a Tamer Battle Rage. We're almost a third of the way through the deck. I'm still not seeing that, or a Commune, or the T-Rex. Yeah, that's... sometimes you just get flooded, even when you have such low lands. Ugh. Nothing much different I would have done in that scenario. Okay, something. Lots of creatures, just a bunch of creatures, basically. I think Ghalta is not going to live too long, although it seemed like it was just a lot of creatures. A little bit of burn, dealing some damage potentially. Pretty big damage. I like Ripjaw. Huntmaster, well, we saw play with fire. For 1 red, 2 damage to any target. And Bone Crusher, so Huntmaster is not going to live long whatsoever. I like the Storm's Wrath. That could be quite devastating, I feel. Alrighty. Trim 1 Commune. We brought in the Storm's Wrath. Something it can't grab, and yeah, I still want it. Keep the hopes alive. Old school deck. Yes. Yeah. Well, kind of old school. Oh, I don't really like that. Certainly could be a lot worse. And I imagine we'll have some sort of mixture of stuff after we play Marauding, if we play Marauding. Of course, it could be turn 1 Thoughtseize, so... Cultivate, I have considered Cultivate. But I always like going with the turn 2 play. You always have to wait till turn 3. You get 2 basic lands, but I just wanted to do the thing on turn 2 that no one else can do. Because only dinosaurs have access to that potential. Yeah, I'd wondered about Cultivate. Also working in Wayward Swordtooth so that I'm able to play the extra lands, all those extra lands that, you know, I'm getting. The extra basic, I should say. We do get Carnage Tyrant next turn as long as they don't have Thoughtseize, so we're going to smoke them. But definitely, exactly, that is the very good point. Some games you ramp too much. You're left with all these lands, all these cost-reduced creatures, and you have no payoff. You don't have enough chances to see the payoffs. Maybe you have 1 or 2 Carnage Tyrants, a couple T-Rexes, and that's not enough to really Rex the opponent, as they say. However, we're just going to play this and hope they don't make us sacrifice it. Cross your fingers. Oh boy. But absolutely, that has been something that's happened in the past. I mean, we're looking at it right here. Cultivate, pulling out basics, still drawing non-basics. It's not a fun time whatsoever. We'll just play Regisaur Alpha. A nice, good body. Do I want to attack with both to lose Carnage now? We'll just make them maybe trade with one thing. Now we get some good damage through. That's alright. Heart Flame Duelist. Okay. I guess this is Mardu Knights. Well, no, just regular.
It's a trap!
Okay, the good stuff. The very good stuff. Thunderherd Migration for 3. Beautiful. Tamer Battle Rage. Slap it on Carnage Tyrant. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Attack with it. Oh, block with both. Do it. Do it. Oh man, I wish I had something good to smoke them.
Ruthless aggression!
Yeah, that definitely is ruthless. Look at that. Couldn't have cast Embercleave with that. Embercleave would have cost 5. I wouldn't have been able to go Thunderherd plus Embercleave. Man. Oh, and we got Topiary. Good stuff. Gotcha. Woo! Devastating. That's all you need. You just play one of the big scary dinos. You double them. Double strike. It's like you have 2 Carnage Tyrants. You probably only need to cast that once on the big thing, and it brings the opponent low enough. It's going to work out a turn or 2 later. Well, just keep it like that. We certainly saw a lot more creatures that we hadn't seen the first game, so I'm quite excited about the potential of Storm's Wrath to sweep everything, smoke them, make the opponent's attitude sour a little bit. Should probably find a better clip than that. It is super duper HD. It's a little bit glitchy on my side, but just because I'm using 2 monitors, I think it is smooth on your guys' end. The computer has a hard time. I've got Google Chrome open, OBS, 2 monitors, all this stuff playing. It does chug along sometimes. However, this is a fantastic hand. The previous one had no lands. This has commune. Turn 1 commune to at least grab the second land for Thunderherd, or we draw land. Turn 1 commune to get our 3rd one, and we just go off after that. Certainly a little bit risky. If they have some painful stuff, it might be hard to get to. Oh, look at that. We'll certainly pay 2. We want to be ready. We want to not be ready. Wow. Again, we're digging 5 deep to see the land. Hopefully we draw it next turn, and then go Thunderherd and all that stuff. But we got Castle Garenbrig. We're going with Carnage Tyrant. I want to at least have 1 big scary dino to potentially pack a punch. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Look, what did I say? What did I say? I would have been waiting. Well, I wouldn't have, because I would have cast Thunderherd Migration anyways. We dug 5 deep to find the land. That's what it's all about. Pack removal for Marauding. Actually, we'll reveal Carnage Tyrant. That's also the lovely stuff about Commune with Dinosaurs. You reveal a thing. You make the opponent think and be worried about something. You give them information, but then use Thunderherd Migration to reveal the dinosaur that was already revealed, and you don't lose anything in that particular case. We're going to go with Ripjaw. If we get another land next turn, we're able to go Carnage Tyrant anyways. Ripjaw at least is a little bit more scary. Hopefully he lives. Oh boy. Okay, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Only Rowan can attack. I'll take it. Man, that's unfortunate. So again, you're seeing Cinderglade is messing us up. Even though we have a bunch of basics and things to grab basics. If this was entering untapped, we'd be playing Carnage Tyrant right now. That is just unfortunate. Nothing much you can do. Hopefully we live through Solfim, Mayhem Dominus. If a source they control would deal non-combat damage to us, it deals double that damage. Let's cross our fingers they don't have too much... Oh, the Voldaren Thrill Seeker to kill us. Yes. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I know what's up. That's how it goes. Very interesting list. I've never faced off against this particular one. Where was that Storm's Wrath when you needed it? Man, that would have devastated him. That would have been the perfect thing to play. Storm's Wrath, Regisaur Alpha would have been dealt some damage. We would have drawn a card. We would have taken out all those creatures. Potentially would have just played that Voldaren Thrillseeker and not done a whole lot. That's alright. Okay. Well, we broke the curse of Rakdos Midrange for a little bit. Certainly Voldaren Thrillseeker is quite devastating. Something I've considered using myself. Giving some creature the ability to sacrifice itself and deal damage to usually the opponent equal to its power. Ghalta, of course, would be quite lovely indeed. In this hand, hey. Mono-8 humans, unfortunately, that is going to be rough. Very aggressive deck. Lots of little creatures. Sometimes also big creatures. You know what? We'll go with that Forest. We'll go with Commune. Because I want to see a play for, after we go Marauding. We're doing Castle Garenbreak. That might be our best bet now. Possibly getting to Tyrranax Rex, but could be too little too late. That's probably why we're seeing lots of, mid-range-ish, lots of good creature-type decks. I removed Marauding from the main, put them in the sideboard, and now the algorithm sees that. And that's a joke, of course. It is just variance. You're going to face any number, any wide range of stuff, any night. Certainly bringing in Storm's Wrath for game 2. That's for sure. We wouldn't be playing anything next turn, so I'm just going to get rid of the Dauntless Bodyguard. Hopefully we see a Topiary Stomper. Okay, well, Cinderglade it is. Alrighty. Here's hoping we get at least Regisaur Alpha. A 4-4 and a 3-3. It could buy us a little bit of time. Probably too little too late, especially with Thalia's Lieutenant getting as big as it's getting. Not so fun. Definitely attack with that Dauntless Bodyguard. I am not blocking. I mean, we're not dead yet, but we mostly are. 3 creatures. Okay. We could make something happen. Yeah. Potentially. Or they could just have Brave the Elements and we wouldn't be able to block with much of anything. Or they have something that another Thalia's Lieutenant, putting counters on each creature. There's a lot of ways that we're likely dead, I would assume. Ghalta could be nice. We could get a surprising lethal. Possibly. They're wondering. Certainly they don't have Brave the Elements. They would cast that for 1 white, name green, and that means Regisaur Alpha and the token could not block. Oh, just 4. Okay, well that is something. The question becomes, no, I'm doing that. I want the reduction from Huntmaster, possibly just playing Tyrranax Rex next turn. That certainly could be good. Should be good. Okay. Now we got 3 creatures. still able to save ourselves next turn. Can't attack, but we'll see. Oh boy. Of course, Tyrranax Rex to block Thalia's Lieutenant, Regisaur Alpha to block Thalia, Huntmaster to block Dauntless Bodyguard. Man, we'd still be alright. Possibly only going down to 2, but again, yeah, no Brave the Elements. Let's hope they didn't just draw that. Oh boy. Would be nice to get Tamer Battle Rage. Mix in Ghalta, something. We see a commune, we could see Ghalta, or we could just draw Ghalta, or double strike on T-Rex. Double devastating. We have to have something good next turn, or else it's absolutely over. Oh, another land. Well, that is definitely not going to do it. No, just didn't quite see the stuff. But we will get Storm's Wrath, Ripjaw Raptor. Fortunately, we dodged some of that white-based removal that tends to be seen. Tamer Battle Rage, certainly that would pack a punch, but Storm's Wrath is going to pack a punch when it possibly takes out every single creature that they have. Man, I can't wait. But yeah, commune with dinosaurs. Let's do it. I think I'll default to that for now. Bring in Storm's Wrath. Usually take out commune. Ooh, okay. Storm's Wrath going to come into effect. Oof. Well, we got to keep that. We got 2 lands, 2 mana, untapped, on turn 2, a bunch of stuff for 2, and 2 sources of green for Topiary. Basically guaranteed to always have at least 2 sources of green. But you saw there a little while back how I had that mountain, and it did me in. Okay, that's all right. Hopefully Huntmaster doesn't go down to ossification. Oh boy. If everything sticks around, they may be seeing a very surprising Ghalta next turn. Well, not next turn, the turn after next turn. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Certainly good old Marauding and Topiary. Alright, we'll get there. We would be able to play Carnage Tyrant if they don't do anything to anyone. If we draw another land as well. That'd be nice. If they somehow took out all the creatures and we drew another land, we would play Carnage Tyrant because of Castle Garenbrig. Topiary Stomper getting us a turn ahead. Castle Garenbrig, turn ahead. Adeline, well, that's not too bad. We're only taking 3 here. We're still at a pretty healthy amount. Oh. Look at this, folks. Tell me, do you like to do this or do you not? We go Castle Garenbrig to make 6. Playing Carnage Tyrant for 4, but definitely after I play Carnage for 4, I have enough reduction to make Ghalta 2. This is a total of 6 green, and this is exactly what you want to be doing. I don't imagine they'd be able to kill us next turn. Definitely. I would imagine they can't. We just give Ghalta haste. Adeline has to block for them to live. But let's just wait. They might be able to do something not nice. Or they might just concede. Boom. Maybe they have a sweeper for 4. I wouldn't think so. Ghalta, by me. Tamer Battle Rage, you can do it. They still don't have enough. Oh! Got him. Ooh, devastating stuff. And I didn't even get to play Tyrranax Rex, man. And again, we got the job done on the play without the sweeper. But certainly I like that sweeper. We see that Brutal Cathar. It would be lovely stuff. Taking him out, getting Ghalta back. When we destroy the Cathar, we get back whatever it temporarily exiled. Even if it flips somehow to Moonrage Brute, it's still only at 3 toughness. I like it. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Possibly could trim Tyrranax Rex or Carnage Tyrant, bring the curve lower, bring in shifting Ceratops, which is certainly, well, it costs a lot less than Tyrranax Rex. Could be nice to have that cheaper body, and I don't like that. I think there's a good chance we would get to Ripjaw on turn 3, but we would not want to be attacking with it. I bet. Yeah, maybe if this was Castle Garenbrig or something, and I knew that I'd eventually be getting a little bit ahead, a little bit closer to these things. Okay, that got better. That was big time. We'll send T-Rex to the bottom, even though we see lots of lands. One thing has to go, and, well, let's play it safe. Cinderglade, almost went with Stomping Ground there, but we don't have 2 basics, so let's not get messed up, potentially, with Cinderglade. Recruitment Officer, well, certainly we'll go with Huntmaster, and hopefully Brutal Cathar doesn't deal with it, or Ossification. I'll trade with that Recruitment Officer, though. Okay, well, Storm's Wrath. Maybe we'll finally see it. We gotta do something at some point here. It's gotta be double Marauding Raptor. I certainly would have liked Topiary Stomper, but we need more bodies than not. And every creature they have does have 2 toughness or less. So maybe this is going to be pretty good. As long as there's no Thalia's Lieutenant to put a counter on each creature. Oh boy. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. We can still trade with everybody. Brutal Cathar, I imagine would it... Oh, maybe it's not. If we blocked with Brutal Cathar, Huntmaster would enter and... let me think. Just the Recruitment Officer. Oh, and the token. I almost didn't block the token. What am I thinking? I was almost an oopsie. The token is 2 power. We're okay. For some reason, I was almost reading that as 3 power. Oh! I need a cheering thing. The 3rd Marauding for 1 and Ripjaw for 2 green. Drawing 2 cards. Absolutely not what you want to be staring down. Oh my goodness. Man. We could draw Commune with Dinosaurs. Play it with the final green to set up for a future turn. Any number of... Well, drawing 2 cards for 2 green, being left with a 4/5. Yeah, I like it. Do I like attacking with Marauding? Kind of. Nah, we'll wait and see. If they attack with something big, we'll use one of the Maraudings to block so that we break a Marauding Raptor lock. 4 total damage currently is dealt to every creature that enters the battlefield. And there are a few creatures that would be dead to that. Regisaur Alpha, we could reasonably draw a Regisaur Alpha next turn and be losing that. But of course with Ripjaw they may not want to do anything. That's the body you want to see. No removal for Ripjaw. You can do it. That's pretty good. Well, that's not too bad. Oh, what are they thinking? Odd. Oh, Brave the Elements. Naming red, I guess. Yeah. Never played against mono-white humans ever. No, I probably should trade with Adeline. Gotta be Adeline, yeah. Copper Code Vanguard. No, Adeline, we're doing that. No, don't ask questions. We draw a card. We take out a very fantastic creature. Hopefully, the other card that they have. Oh my goodness. Well, I was going to hope we get something that wasn't a land. This is not grand. Oh. Well. Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'll certainly take it. They must have assumed we had so many fantastic dinosaurs in my hand, which was not the case. And the Marauding Raptors getting big, that can't have blocked. That's just how it is. Topiary Stomper would have entered, bringing both Marauding Raptors to 4 power. That's 8 right there. Maybe they assumed some other mixture of dinosaurs would come down. Maybe they realized their mistake. Me going down to 3, them having no creature to block whatsoever. And they're like, oh, nuts. I'm done for. Would have been pretty cool to go Regisaur Alpha for 3. Topiary Stomper for 2. But that still wouldn't even have been lethal. Oh, okay. I'll take it. But yeah, definitely very unfortunate seeing so many. 5, 8. 8 lands, not even the top quarter. That's just unlucky. But lucky and unlucky. They conceded prematurely. But sometimes that has won me games before. I've had a bunch of dinosaurs. I've had 2 Marauding Raptors. They would kill everything that enters. But that's okay. Because both of them get so big that they just absolutely wreck the opponent. It's a beautiful sight. Oh, never gets old. Right, Rakdos Midrange, round 3. Let's go. Oh, Guilty Dog. We faced Guilty Dog before. I can't remember what they were using. It's probably not the same thing. But it's a very good looking hand. Well, we got Cinderglade. That's got to be the first thing. Just in case there wasn't a red source of land. Yeah, that's just to make sure that we're able to play Marauding on turn 2. Hopefully Leyline Binding doesn't deal with Marauding. Okay, up the Beanstalk. Oh, yes. Up the Beanstalk 4 or 5 color hodgepodge, I would imagine. Castle Garenbrig? No. Just in case we got a big scary dino, we'll grab Castle Garenbrig. We'll play this other Marauding. Hope they don't have a sweeper. Maybe they have removal for 1 creature, which means 1 Marauding goes away and come next turn. Oh, Lotus. Okay. Lotus Field up the Beanstalk. Shenanigans. Well, that's a little bit, hopefully, too late. Carnage Tyrant for 4. Absolutely divine. We'll do as much damage as possible. Hope for the best. Hope they don't have a sweeper, but they certainly have enough mana to do bad things. Farewell. Any number of stuff. Oh, my goodness. I swear, this is not pre-recorded. Maybe I play a little bit too much. Regisaur Alpha, though. And they certainly, their back was against the wall. They had to get rid of Carnage Tyrant. Fortunately, because they did, we get to make a token. Strict Proctor turns off enter the battlefield effects. You have to pay an extra 2. We didn't have an extra 2 to pay there, so we got another body. Hopefully we get another land to play Tyrranax Rex. Maybe they'll counter this. They probably don't want us to get another land. Tyrranax Rex coming in hot next turn. Question is, would they have... Well, who knows what? Shenanigans up their sleeve, I bet. We're about to find out. Wandering Emperor. Something like that. Okay. Well, we drew out. You never know. This is a big mixture, 5-color up the beanstalk stuff. But of course, there's a pretty good chance that the Wandering Emperor is in. If you're in white, if you can easily cast her, well, that's what you're going to do. Hopefully they don't have any more sweepers. They don't have much more. They can't stop Tyrranax Rex. Let's get another... Oh! As I said it. As I said it. Hopefully that lined up. Let's get in the... Boom. They have to block or they die. That's why you use multiple copies. You use some list that did not involve Tyrranax Rex or Carnage Tyrant, you would be done for against this deck. You would not have a chance. But of course, sometimes we don't have a chance against aggressive stuff because we have costlier stuff. They can easily pay that ward for. That's for sure. But they don't have a whole lot more mana. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's it. That's it. Yes. Use lots of copies. Yes.
Ruthless aggression. As many style points as you can produce. Whoa, my goodness.
Ooh. That never gets old. But we don't have too many ways to deal with the strict proctor. It's strictly one of the best things, and really one of the main things that makes Lotus Field work. It has an enter the battlefield effect of sacrificing lands, but they just don't pay the extra 2. So they don't have to sacrifice the lands. It simply enters tapped, and eventually they get to tap for 3 mana of any one color. Do I like Tamer Battle Rage? Counter spells. They have lots of removal other than blue, so Shifting Ceratops not going to do too much. Back to nature. Well, certainly taking out up the beanstalk to stop their card draw would be pretty good. I think I'll trim Ghalta. That's liable to get killed. No, we'll keep one copy. 1 commune. Again, just 1 copy of the Queen. That certainly could come in quite clutch. And we still have a few communes, so a reasonable chance to dig and see her. Also, keep in mind, if we see 1 Ghalta, the only copy, and we send it to the bottom with commune here, if we then play Thunderherd Migration, we shuffle the deck, it's almost guaranteed that Ghalta is going to be at least closer from the bottom. She might be basically on the bottom, and boom, there's a very good chance she should be much higher, statistically speaking. But we're certainly keeping that lovely, stable ramp. We got Carnage. Oh, man, I couldn't ask for anything better. We'll pay the 2 life. We don't have to grab a land because we've got 3 at least. So we can be super rampy. Maybe they play up the beanstalk. We certainly won't go back. Yeah, we won't go back to nature. Would they have a counter spell? Well, we'll go with Thunderherd Migration, and we'll reveal the thing that's already revealed. And oh, they can't. Okay, they can't stop it. My goodness. Okay, well, we're going to be getting to Carnage Tyrant at the very least. We have enough lands as is on the battlefield in our hand. Man, I'm loving it. Carnage Tyrant next turn, no matter what. They got that Thespian stage, so Thespian stage has the ability to pay 2, tap it, and it becomes a copy of target land. They use that to copy Lotus Field, but they don't have any Lotus Fields in. I'm not too worried. We'll get a basic land. I want the potential of maybe drawing Tyrranax Rex next turn. We don't need Marauding Raptor anymore at this point, I think. I mean, that is kind of rough. I imagine they do have a sweeper next turn. Thunderherd Migration not doing a whole lot for us. Would have gotten Topiary Stomper, would have gotten us to 7 lands. And Topiary Stomper could have attacked and blocked. Oh, they got the sweeper. Let's draw it out. Topiary Stomper certainly would not have done that. Okay. We make them spend a lot of mana. We force them to still not yet copy Lotus Field. Maybe that's going to be helpful. Well, we'll see. I would imagine we see a Tyrranax Rex at some point here. My goodness. Well, they don't have up the Beanstalk. They certainly would have played that before Teferi. Maybe I'll just cut back to nature. I think they would have Leyline Binding though. Yeah. We'll trim back to nature. No more lands. No! Well, technically it's more lands. Okay. Just, maybe we'll pull this out. Where's Tyrranax Rex when you need him? My, oh my. Yeah. They're going to be playing a lot of stuff, potentially. Commune with Dinosaurs. I easily have enough to go with Commune to grab Tyrranax Rex to play it. Or I just draw another land. That's also a very real possibility. My goodness. I mean, it is always interesting, I must admit. You see these very painful, somewhat fringe cases. You always remember the painful moments like this where you're like, I should have drawn this. I should have drawn this. This is not fair. Throw that out the window and just, accept it for what it is. Enjoy the fact that it's pretty crazy. And eventually you'll draw something. Of course, I am dead for sure. I'm just curious to see, finally, there's the Commune. And there's the Tyrranax Rex, which I guess we'll grab it and play it and see what happens. Easily able to do that. And they have some way to remove it. They certainly have enough mana to pay the ward for. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. No way out from that. Okay, we'll try it again. Certainly can't go a whole lot worse, but the back to nature did nothing for us. But certainly we probably got, maybe pretty fortunate that we didn't see up the Beanstalk. It seems like they have a decent amount of stuff that they don't draw a card from. Whenever they cast a spell with a mana value 5 or greater, they draw a card, and Wandering Emperor is 4, Strict Proctor, of course. Maybe there's not enough stuff. Although when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and then so it replaces itself immediately. Then any other time you draw a card, so you don't need a whole lot to get the benefit. If it didn't draw a card when it entered the battlefield, it wouldn't be nearly as good. It would be too rough. Shifting Ceratops? Can't be bounced by Teferi. That's not nothing. Kind of like Storm's Wrath. Possibly taking out Wandering Emperor, Strict Proctor, the Samurai. Well, let's try that. trim some Tamer Battle Rages, finish off that Commune with Dinosaurs, the Storm the Festival, 4 copies of both, and let's just have a repeat of the first game, basically. Took forever. We went past, just barely past a third of the way through to see that Tyrranax Rex. It was 2 or 3 more cards down, I believe. So I think the 38th card. Once we would have had 38 left, we would have seen it for the first time. They gotta at least be a little bit scared. Certainly that was quite devastating and nasty. They saw all the lands we got, so they knew for sure we just got flooded out. Again, it's not like there's a crazy amount. There is only 21. Of course, this certainly is a fringe case, but then there's, if I added it up, there could be a good chance that there is more cases where I don't have enough than this. Nothing early. I don't really like that. I'd like to go faster. I mean, it is faster, but it's still not that great. No One Stranger, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Yes. I certainly love Dinosaurs. I keep playing them all the time. Paper version? Yes, absolutely. I went through my collection, some of it Dinosaur stuff, just last night. I've done a few streams where I feature, well, a lot of the cards that I have. But I have more than I probably have a few paper versions. I have 90 or so copies of Marauding Raptor just because I love it that much. I bought it way back when it was first released for dirt cheap. The price has crept up quite a bit. Same as Huntmaster. I got a lot of copies of that. So if anybody is interested in specific dinosaur cards, I can sell you them. I do have an eBay shop, which I'm going to populate with a bunch of this stuff after I'm done the stream tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I could probably make 8 to 10 dinosaur decks. Probably more than that, depending on the budget. I got like 20 copies of Thrashing Brontodon. That, of course, is cheap. But many copies of the core stuff. At least what I consider is the core stuff. Regisaur Alpha, a lot. Marauding, a bunch. Huntmaster, gotta have a Huntmaster. That has crept up. Huntmaster was only printed 1 time in original Ixalan. Whew. Hopefully it's reprinted in Lost Caverns, but you know, if it's not, it's only gonna get more. Gonna get to like $2-3 US. At the moment it's about oh, what's going on? Okay, well, No One Stranger, you joined at the right time. The opponent got super scared. Facing the ultimate power, they knew it perhaps would have been a repeat of game 1 of this match. Okay, well, I love to see it. It's also weird though. It happened again. Faced off against, I think, the previous opponent before this, and they conceded, or something like that. Interesting. Huh. I mean, if they were looking at the stream, I wouldn't expect that to happen. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. They certainly wouldn't have conceded, seeing what I had. Wasn't the best. They were intimidated by my dinosaur collection, absolutely. Speaking of intimidation, if I can find it. The stack of stacks. Actually, I'm going to make this bigger just because you weren't here last night, or anybody else that did not see this. This is like my pride and joy. Oh, okay. This is the only possible printing way to get the foil dinosaur token. Dual faced with a treasure on the back. You could only get this from Friday Night Magic, a promo. when you went to your local game store. But there is no other way to get a foil dinosaur token. I got them way back when, and they've slowly crept up in price. I got a massive stack of them. That's not all the tokens, but I don't know, I think like 120 or so. So if you guys are interested, I will be posting probably most of these. Of course, I'll always try to be the best possible price on eBay. Search up the particular card, find the lowest price, and then go a little bit lower than that. Oh, it is. I want to say, 15, 30 cents, somewhere 60, 75 range. And I think it's gone up to $2 Canadian. All these prices are in Canadian. So it's quadrupled from what I spent on that original stack of them. And Marauding Raptor as well. That was dirt cheap, and now it's hovering around $5 Canadian, $6 depending if I want to be extra greedy. But I won't, because I know a lot of people are going to be interested, or they're going to have their interest reignited in dinosaurs. So I'll sell off a lot of my 100 or so Marauding Raptors. Got a lot of foil versions. I have a version of Marauding Raptor in the pre-release package, in the pre-release kits, when they had the old style of the date stamp, when it actually said the month and the day or the weekend of the pre-release. I have that in the shrink wrap packaging that it came in the pre-release kit. Whew. I don't know, I have a lot of stuff. I don't know what exactly is my favorite, but yeah, I figured down the line a dinosaur set would be released, and I love them, so I'll buy a lot of stuff for the deck, and fortunately things are certainly working out in that department. Man. Another Rakdos. This is going to potentially be the third time facing them tonight. Of course, this hand looks pretty darn lovely. A bunch of lands in Topiary. We know we have enough lands to eventually get to Regisaur Alpha, and one of the lands is Castle Gernberg, making 6 green to get to Carnage Tyrant. That's good enough for me. Ooh, go! There's been like 4 or 5 times tonight where it's been pre-recorded, enough to get to Carnage Tyrant, draw Carnage Tyrant. Man, that's what makes this all that much better. You say the thing, it's live, and you get the thing. But Dusk Legion Zealot, interesting. Somebody's brushing up on Vampire Tribal, potentially with the release of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Maybe they think I'm brushing up on Dinosaurs, and I've never played them for years, since their time in Standard. Of course, they are wrong. We get Carnage Tyrant next turn, which is lovely stuff. This does appear to be probably mono black Devotion. Underworld Dreams has 3 black in its cost, and that always makes me consider the fact. However, we're going to go Regisaur. If Regisaur survives, we get to attack with Carnage Tyrant anyways, and I think it will. And if it survives, we go Ghalta, and we potentially kill him. Of course, Extinction Event would take out Topiary. Okay, well, I guess they're just dead. I'll take it. Oh, I'm glad this has happened at least once. Ghalta, boom, they're dead. They're just dead. They can't live. 12-12, double strike, trample. I wanted to do this at least once tonight. Thumbs up.
You won! You did it!
That's how you do it. Do you like a 12-12 trample double strike haste for 2 green or not? That's why I use lots of copies. Don't be afraid. I'll mention this till the dinosaurs come home. You're going to play her for cheap a lot of the time. The opponent has a counter spell. Ah, shucks. You replay the other copy that you have in hands. They kill the first copy. You play the second one. It's very good. That's how you do it. Hopefully we get lucky again. We got a reasonable idea of what they're playing. It just seems to be some of the old black things. I certainly have not seen Araya. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Okay. Let me think. I imagine Huntmaster is going to pretty easily go down. They got a bunch of creature stuff. Storm's Wrath, let's do it. Trim Tamer Battle Rage. I want to bring in Regisaur Raptor to draw a bunch of cards. Possibly from the Storm's Wrath or from Marauding Raptor. But they got to have Fatal Push. And they got to have some number of removal, I think. Oh, you just won a game where you had 2 Rampage. Oh, Pterosaurus, that never gets old. Hopefully this hand gets better, but yeah, man, I've done that before in the past against goblins, against merfolk, elves, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Rampaging Ferocidon packs a punch. You could just generally always use it. It's pretty good for aggression, chipping away against the opponent. A 3/3 menace. Maybe the opponent doesn't have too many creatures, so you get to sneak through a hit or two and ping them. This is getting better. This is getting a lot better because I have 1 land. The other hand had no lands, I think. I don't know. Okay. Now this hand has a land and it's a forest, and I have Commune. My goodness. Of course, this will be an absolute keeper. I've made stuff like this work before. It does not seem good, but watch this work out. Commune with Dinosaurs is going to grab our second land. Hopefully it is a source of red that enters on tap for Marauding. We got lots of ramp though. Oh, and that Storm's Wrath. Beautiful stuff indeed. Not sure why the opponent keeps saying oops. I wonder. Cinderglade. Let's get a source of red. Topiary Stomper potentially is going to grab my single mountain as the second source. Cinderglade it is. Boom. Commune grabbing the 3rd land for the next turn. I like it. We'll get to 4 lands, I would imagine. The opponent is stumbling a little bit in the land department. Your guess is as good as mine. What's going on behind the scenes? Huh. Okay. Maybe they just want to see what dinos can do. I don't know. Because I'll play Marauding and Topiary Stomper. We'll get to 6 lands. Hopefully getting the 7th land next turn. But of course, I've had some games tonight just like this. There's that Fatal Push. If you don't play a creature that's 2 or less, well, they have nothing to kill. I'll take it. Gifted Etherborn. Not too much trouble there. Regisaur Alpha. I imagine this will probably trade with that token. I bet. Huh. Maybe they have some way to deal with Regisaur. Or we just play Carnage Tyrant. That's got to do it. There's the... Fine by me. Something for Regisaur. Okay. We can sweep them next turn. Storm's Wrath. Hopefully they don't have a exile thing. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to go with Ripjaw. You know what? Let's go with 4. Nah, we're going with Storm's Wrath. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Hopefully that works out. Well, they don't have anything to make me sacrifice it. They might with Liliana, so okay, I guess not the case. Okay. Huh. Not the best way to win in the world, but we've lost on the other side of that before. Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you get flooded. You have 21 lands, and it is painful. But that's alright. I think I'll leave it there for tonight. Midnight, my time at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to get a little bit better sleep tonight. But of course, with 2 young kids, one almost a year, one getting close to 4 years old, that is a pretty potent and powerful combination. Lovely stuff still. Absolutely the best. Kids, there is nothing more important. Alright, we'll leave it there. Pterosaurus, Known Stranger. Anybody else watching right now, later on, don't forget to take a bite out of that like button. Have a good rest of your time zone. Have a good rest. See you next time. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.